Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Sugar 413. So we're going to talk a little bit more today about veteran benefits and so forth. And I just want to thank everyone for coming back to my channel. Thank everyone for subscribing. I really appreciate all the new subscribers. Hope that you are enjoying my material. Hope that you're laughing at some of my shorts, especially when you're having a day that's just horrible. You can come on and see what I'm up to, see what I'm doing, see what I'm talking about. So I want you to stay tuned, even if you're not a veteran, even if you don't have veteran family, just because this may be information that you can use if you meet someone who is a veteran that you can share. It's a plethora of restaurants that give veteran discounts that don't advertise it unless you just know. When you know, you know. So for us in New England, we have Wooden Tap. Wooden Tap gives a military discount. Chili's give a military discount. Applebee's give a military discount. And we have a couple of little local places like Dom's in Windsor, downtown Windsor. They give a military discount. So when you go out to eat with your friends and family, always just ask the waitress if you're a veteran or you're a veteran's wife. Hey, do you all offer any kind of military discount? Because you'll be surprised at places that do, but it's no logo, no sign, no writing in the window to let you know. You just know from word of mouth or from another person who's telling you, like me. So always ask. When you go to Home Depot and Lowe's, they give military discounts on things that are not on sale. If you have a sale price item, they're not going to let you double dip. Now, you're not going to get it on sale and get the military discount. And I get it. I appreciate just getting whatever I can. I would like to get it even if it's on sale because some of those prices are like $2,000. I like to get 10% off, but it's not happening. So I just take what I can out of those stores and I just keep it moving. I'm just trying to think up front if there are other ones that I'm missing. But drop in the comments if you have local stores or vendors that you know of that give military discounts, because nowadays money is hard to come by. People are just making good money like they used to and having it stretched so long because everything is eating away at you. Your gas, your utilities, cable bills are totally out of control. So now groceries totally out of control. So now we all need discounts. You can even ask at your local grocers too. Just ask them. They might say no, and then they might say, oh yeah, we give a military discount. Because some of them just do it on Veterans Day itself, and then other ones do it all year round. Like Golden Corral, they don't give a military discount, but on Veterans Day, they do give the veterans a free meal, which that's good. Not for your spouse or your children, but you get a free meal, and that's very important. So I just want to jump back on a little bit and talk about the disability claims. How many people are using veteran service officers, which are VSOs, to help you with your claim? By show of hands or likes. So I did at first. I started off with a VSO in Connecticut, and what she did for me is she just set up the framework of my claim, like my name, my social, my dates of service, which branch of service, what was your highest rank when you got out, what was your we call it an AFSC, people in the Army call it an MOS, but what was your job title, your job code? So it's different things that they can help you with. Of course, she didn't sit there and write out my claim. I still had to do all of that. You still have to gather all your information. And remember, when you are doing a claim, pretend from all the law shows, all the Judge Judy shows that you watch, pretend that you are a judge or that you are a lawyer. And look at your information and think to yourself, would I approve this claim with the information given? So you want to use as much strong evidence as you can, mainly things that are out of your civilian or your military records describing whatever it is you are claiming. You want to describe it, the date that you noticed it in the military when it started, and then describe your AFSC, your job that you did. How did your job contribute to it, or whatever? If it's mental, was it, going overseas and seeing a lot of people being killed, or just combat and in general just gave you anxiety or PTSD? Whatever it is, you need to explain it in detail so that the person on the other end who's definitely going to deny or approve your claim can have all the information they need to make a good decision for you. You need a diagnosis and you need to tell when it started. It has to be service relatable. If it's something that happened outside of the service and you cannot connect it, you're not going to get approved and you're not going to be what we call financially compensated, because that's the whole point. You're doing this to get financially compensated for a medical illness or event that happened while you were in the military. So the smartest advice I have, and the newer people who are in probably the last 10 years or so already know, they go to sick call and they get everything documented. I don't care if you got a scratch on your finger, a scratch on your wrist, a little scrape on your knee. You get everything documented and have it in your file. I mean, those were just examples of something funny, but it's true. Document, 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 because that is what's going to help to get you over the top, and hopefully financially compensated. Just take it from me. I'm telling you. So the smartest advice that I received when I was in the military getting out eons ago was to copy your military files. Copy your records. Right? And I didn't think anything of it. I was like, for what? What's wrong? Why am I need medical records? Now that I'm thinking back, that was the best advice I ever got from anybody when I was in the military getting out. So make sure you have copies of your records. Now everything is digital. So for the newer people, it's probably like a digital file that you can have and you can flip through. Mine is paper. Pen and paper. And I'm going to be honest, some of the notes that the doctors wrote, you can't even read. I don't even know what they're saying. I don't even know if they knew what they were saying. But it is what it is. Times have changed. But that's what I could tell you. I know a lot of people don't use sick call or didn't use sick call when I was in. Guys mainly, because it was just the military thing, a head thing about going to the doctor and they call you names and this and that. But I don't know. For some reason, I got it in. So when I look back at my records, I have a plethora of information. I have a lot of stuff that I could say I could attribute to when I was in the military. But I just wanted to keep this short for you. Please, as you watch the video and you come up with comments and questions, leave them so that we can conversate. I'm trying to build community here. Build community. So remember, this is for people who were in the military, are in the military, were out of the military for over 20, 30 years, have a spouse that was in the military, friends, cousins, nephews, and people you don't know. Because as you grow in life and you make circles and friendships and communities, you're going to find that you're going to meet people from all kinds, different forms of different walks of life. And you may meet someone who definitely was a veteran and may have a question or suggestion, and you could say, oh my gosh, I remember this girl that was on YouTube. You need to find her and follow her on her videos. Okay, so there we go. There you have it again. Piece of nuggets, a piece of coins. So even though they don't use pennies anymore, a couple pennies to rub together. It's full of information. So this is for you, you. Thank you for watching. You, and you. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for commenting. I appreciate you all. Sugar got 413. Goodbye.